Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson, and I'm back again today with another 6 trade. I am using my new FX trigger system, and today's date is July the 9th. Now all the trades I took were a great way to trade, as I teach within the training videos. That's using the indicators on the top and on the bottom. Now before I get into these trades, and I do repeat this every day because this is the most important information I can give you, and I want to remind you that it is not any system that will get you into a successful trader. And what I'm going to tell you, I'll explain it to you. Would like to inform to you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time, and that includes all my trigger systems. It took me 8 years and over 700 trading systems to learn that. To get that up to 80-90% success rate, you'll have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You will also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time, a lot of demo trading, and a lot of education. I provide the education. Now you must buy this education, and then you must do the homework, or you will fail at trading. I highly suggest putting in more than one trade, as no one knows which pair will give the greatest number of pips. That is why I place 3 or more trades at a time. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I will put you on my email list for free weekly trading tips. Please keep that in mind as I move forward. So let's start off with these pairs. Dollar CAD, let's drag and drop it up, see where I got in at. Now it became a great way to trade right back here. And then we've got the signal on my FX trigger system right here. There it is right there. There's the arrow. So all you're waiting for now is a good opportunity to get in. Now I took the trade here because that's when I actually saw it. And it went sideways for a while, went positive, negative, right up here, that's all negative. And when it started to go up, I just decided to close out the trade, as all I'm doing is keeping an eye on the trades here. And once I get 100 pips or more, and guaranteed I'm well over 100 pips again today, what I do then is I close out the trades. So took the trade here, went against me 7 pips. At one point I was up 19, but I decided to close it out here, being happy with 4 pips. And 4 pips on the dollar CAD paid $320. Now the more things that you have in your favor, and that's what I'm looking for. In other words, system saying to sell, 3 red boxes. 1 is good, 2 is better, 3 is the best. And of course, this can easily keep going down, as it never did hit the ADR, which happens to be right there. But my goal is 100 pips or more, and once I get it, I close down and carry on with my day. And today I've been pretty busy. That's why this video is getting out a little bit later, as I've already talked to 2 traders. So I'm pretty busy on a daily basis. Moving right along, Euro New Zealand. Let's see where I got in. Very clear to see. Where I took the trade would have been better back here, but I didn't see it until here, so I just took the trade, knowing that it can come back to the moving averages. But as long as you know the trend direction, which is down, remember I teach that in the videos, drill down the lights, check a few higher time frames, check the boxes, check everything out. As long as you know it's going down, then you sell. There's my stop right there. Never did hit. Came close, but never hit. Went against me about 12 pips, and I closed it out here, just being happy with the grand total, and that happened to be 8 pips. and 8 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $558. Remember, I don't really know which one will give more pips. It's hard to figure that out, but I can personally guarantee you these workhorses here, and I threw into dollar CAD because I'm from Canada, but these first 9, they're going to give me 100 or more pips every day. So why should I jump around and look at slow moving pairs like the Aussie dollar and the Euro dollar? They all move too slow. I want to take trades that are moving, and you should trade the same way. Next pair, Euro Aussie. Right away I can see everything is screaming sell. So guess what I did? Sold right there. There's my stop. Very small stop actually. It's only 6 pips. Never did hit it. Went only 1 pip against me. Just the way I love to trade. Did go down. Should have got out here. But I was busy talking to a trader and I didn't quite catch it. And when I saw it went back up here, this doji right here told me it's going to continue down. I could have stayed in the trade for like 37 pips, but I closed it out. Looks like I was happy with 15 pips, and 15 pips on the Euro Aussie paid $1,121. I learned that from my mentor many years ago, but it took quite some time before it sunk into my head and I realized, but you should trade, and when you're basically happy, whether it's 4 pips or 40 pips, close out the trades. Better to have a small winner than a bigger loser. Remember that. That's a very good tip. Pound, dollar. Very, very clear. Look at this. Could you ask for anything better? System is saying to buy. We've got at least 1 or more blue boxes. Everything is good. So a little bit of a pullback. That's all I'm waiting for. And I tighten up my stop when this candle here closed right here. This candle closed. I put my stop there. Not a big deal. And I could have stayed in the trade for 1 more cycle up. But I was happy with the totals. And let's see what the totals are. So at this point, I was only, well, just to let you know, I never go less than a 10 pip stop. Even though my auto stop shows 30. As soon as I put it in, I'll adjust it manually, because sometimes it's going to go again. Like it could have easily went from here down to here. But anyhow, once I saw this candle going up, I knew it was continuing up. Took the trade at this cursor, closed it out for no particular reason other than being happy with 36 pips. And 36 pips on the pound dollar paid $3,600. You will notice that I'm normally only trading the first 1 to 3 hours. Like within the blue box here, I could do exactly the same thing here for London. And exactly the same thing back here for Asian. As you can clearly see here too. Right in here, everything's screaming to buy. And this is for you traders who have a day job. Can easily take the trade and nothing wrong. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to get 50 or 100 pips. But if you're putting in 3 or 4 trades, you can easily see how you can get 50 to 100 pips. And if you can do that during the Asian, it won't take long before you'll be making more money than your day job. And then, of course, you know what to do after that point in time, especially if you hate your job. And I never had a job in my whole life that I actually hated. I liked my job, but they never paid enough money. So definitely working for somebody will never pay you enough money. Oh, sure, you can make, upwards around 100,000, but if you want to make a lot more than that, then you got to move on to something that actually pays more than that. So moving right along, pound yen. Let's see where I got in at. These last 3 trades based on pound strength, just to let you know, when I pulled the trigger, it was well over 80% on the meter. I call that a bus driver. So in the morning, the yen was weak. That's a bus driver right now. Pound was around 90%. I knew. I just waiting for the first little pullback. Of course, if you drop this down to here, here, or here. If you drop it down to the 5 minutes, you will see this pullback, and then when it starts to hook around, you can actually get in the trade. Took the trade here at this point. I don't even know where my stop is. I know I got to stop somewhere. It's buried under something anyhow. But anyhow, never did hit my stop. Closed out the trade. Could have got more pips, but I was happy at this point, and I was happy with 41 pips. And 41 pips on the pound yen trade paid $3,724. Love trading with my FX trigger system. And remember, the only reason it's so good for me is because I know how to trade the markets. The markets do the same thing every day. And once you see a pattern, you just trade the pattern. It's quite simple, quite easy, but you're not going to learn this with one system and in 30 days. Impossible. So if you want to make more money than doctors and lawyers, guess what? You're going to pay more than $250 by the time you find success, and you're going to spend a lot more than 30 days. So I don't want to scare you away, but I can personally guarantee you in 2 to 5 years from now, you're still going to need money. So take your time, get a lot of education, and do the homework. It's exactly the same thing as trying to become a doctor or lawyer. You need the education, you have to do the homework, and sometime in the future you will be making money. And I can certainly explain in much more detail through a Skype screen call and answering your questions, which, by the way, I do that for free. Pound Swiss, last pair I took. No big surprise. Look at this. When I got up, I saw this actually. But as soon as I saw this, quickly drilled down the lights, checked the boxes. It was a great way to trade. I wasn't in front of the computer at this time, but by the time I got in, I did see it. I would have got in over here, but by the time I actually saw the pound Swiss, it was around here. There's my stop right there on this one, this little, on the other pair. It must be under the, like within a red candle. So red on red, you will not see it. So when this candle or this candle, I can't remember, I tighten up. When they close, I tighten up my stop. Impossible to lose. And the most I could have lost if disaster happened was 3 pips. And of course, I closed the trade being happy, and it just so happened to be hitting the average daily range high. And I was happy with 37 pips, and 37 pips on the pound Swiss paid $4,042. So another great day of trading, as you can well see. Today's pip total came to 141 pips, and those 141 pips paid $13,367. So if your system is not producing like any of my trigger systems, they all produce the same for me, mainly because I know actually how to trade the markets, and that is why you are struggling. You haven't learned how to trade the markets. So I really recommend that you get your hands on it, and to do so, all you got to do is look right below this video. You'll see this write-up. FX trigger system, do charge $250. This is the most important thing. I should put it in red. But anyhow, I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn this, no system, even including my trigger system, if you don't get... Now you can retire and make really good money even with a 50% win rate. But you have to be a good trader. In other words, your losers have to be much smaller than your winners. Anyhow, little bit of information for you. But I like to have a much higher success rate, like 80% or more. And I have that because I know how to manage my trades. And I know how to trade the markets. And the reason for that is I put in over 50,000 hours of chart time, thousands and thousands and thousands of trades, and of course I bought a lot of education. over $70,000. So once you do what I did, you will find success. Now in this package, it has well over 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It comes with 5 MT4 templates, 12 custom indicators, and of course my favorite meter. I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. And nobody has ever complained to me that they're not getting enough education for for what they're paying for. This is what you're going to need. A lot of education, above and beyond. I've never spent so little and got so much. I wish I could have found somebody like me 15 years ago. Because most people who are selling give very little, and you're permanently in the twilight zone trying to figure out how to trade. This is what you're going to need, education, and probably even a lot more. So anyhow, let's move on. There's a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 43 training videos. It was 42, but I threw in this one as a bonus, how to backtest using a trading simulator. You will get access to that if you buy the FX Trigger system. And my number one way, again, was today. A great way to trade. They were all perfect examples. When I trade this way, I find a very high success rate for me. But anyhow, you can put this on pause, read all the different ways. The more ways that you learn, the more pips you'll make, which means you'll make more money. If you have any questions at all, quite simple. Pick up the phone and call me. I actually do answer unless I'm busy. Now here's my email address. Remember, there's an underscore right here. Now I do prefer Skype. Made it easy for you. Just click on this link. We will have a Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, answer your questions, and give you some tips and tricks. Remember, that is complete with no obligation to you. But remember, you still need the education. No education, you will not succeed. Now my trigger systems here, if you click on this link right here, you'll see 32 screenshots of all the systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video, and I'll repeat it again. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day, happy trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.